Hello, everyone. This is Two Cents Worth. I'm your host, Ryan DeFaber. This show, we talk about sports, fitness, and life. We talk about my life, we talk about my fitness journey, and we talk about my life in sports and my opinions on all those things. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. All right, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Today, we're going to talk about getting fit for golf clubs. So, I got, it's my dog in the background hitting toys. 14-year-old Jack Russell, blind, deaf, diabetes, bad pancreas, wears a diaper. But he's still alive and kicking. He just runs into a lot of things. Anyways, so we're talking golf club fitting. I'm going to get iron fitting. This is the before. I'm going to record this portion of it. I'm going to go get fit this afternoon. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about the process and how it was and my thoughts on it. And because I know a couple people that have gotten full bag fittings and they've gone to other places, and I've known people that have got driver fittings. They've gone to other places. I'm going to Golf Galaxy. I got a gift card to Golf Galaxy, so I said, you know what? That's where I will go for my iron fitting. So what today I'm going to do is actually just go and get my irons fit. So I have a new driver. I have a 3-wood that I hit really good, so I don't need driver 3-wood. And I just got new wedges. So I'm just focusing today on iron fitting. But I wanted to talk about what Golf Galaxy can offer, what you can expect walking in, and then, again, what I'm going to talk about in the back half of this is after I record this portion, I'm going to go to Golf Galaxy. I have my appointment. I'm going to bring my clubs and warm up. And I'm going to get fit for new irons. I have currently Callaway's Apex CF16s. So those are now going into 5 years old. And I wanted to see what I would get fit into from an iron perspective and update my irons. So I'm going to go for 4 through 9 irons. So I'm only going for 6 clubs, but it's still... hopefully it will be a pretty cool experience. So if you go on Golf Galaxy's website, and if you don't have a Golf Galaxy near you, there are places that you can get fit. There are demo days that you can go to at driving ranges if you belong to a club. I belong to a club, Firethorn, right here in Charlotte. We have demo days. We have club fitting days. But with this aspect of it, with the Golf Galaxy gift card that I have, there's one right around the house. I figured, you know what, why not try their fitting services, but I could also get fit at my club if I really wanted to. It just, for this instance, I'm going to use Golf Galaxy. They have, they basically carry every brand, so again, it'll be a good experience to go in there and see what I get fit into. So if you look at my bag today, my driver and 3-wood are both Cobra. My driving iron is a Mizuno MB20, MBH20. My irons 4 through 9, I have a plethora of clubs here, so and brands. I'm not brand loyal, so bear with me on this. My irons, like I mentioned, 4 through 9 are Callaway Apex CF16s. My 48, which is my pitching wedge, and my 52, which is my gap wedge, are Vokey's SM8s. My 56 and 60 are Callaway MD4s. And then I have a Scotty Cameron putter. So I have Cobra, Mizuno, Callaway, Titleist, Scotty in my bag. So it'll be very interesting to see what type of irons I get fit into here at Golf Galaxy today. But if you go on Golf Galaxy's website and you look at what type of fitting you're looking to go in for, they do driver fittings, putter fittings, hybrid and iron gap analysis. So if you are looking at gapping your irons and really trying to figure out, do I need hybrids in my longer irons? Do I need a 3, a 4, and a 5 in hybrid? Whatever it might be, they do that. Shaft fittings. They do ball fittings, making sure that you play the right ball that can help lower your score, the consistency that you need in the ball that fits your swing and your handicap. Iron fittings, which is what I'm going for. Wedge gap analysis. And then you can or you can do the platinum fitting experience, which is basically everything I suggested or everything I just said, including grip fittings and suggestions on golf bags, golf shoes, golf gloves, tee height, and apparel. So they roll out the red carpet for that one. But like I said, today I'm just going for the iron fitting. So I click on iron fitting. I'm on their website. So you go to iron fitting, and they have a video you can watch, and it basically lays it out to what you should expect walking into Golf Galaxy and when you set up the process. And it says our iron fittings are a detailed step-by-step process to determine what the key specifications of irons should be for you. They address your loft, which is all based upon your distance control and gapping, the lie, the directional control, the shaft flex, the distance and trajectory control and feel, club length, which is going to help your distance and accuracy control and comfort, and grip size, directional control, feel and security, right? You want a good grip, a grip that feels good in your hands, a grip that matches the type of weather and environment that you normally play in. Swing weight, the feel and swing control, and setup make, distance gapping. So that's everything that that is included in the iron fitting. That's how detailed it is, right? So they address your loft, the lie, the shaft flex, the club length, the grip size, the swing weight, and the overall setup. So pretty cool. And then portion of that, or all of that, is included with it says, through an interview and thorough swing analysis, we determine what specifications you need to optimize your iron play. Whether you're buying a new set of irons or customizing your current set, properly fit irons can maximize distance and optimize accuracy. Stick your irons closer than ever. And here's the selling point. Stick your irons closer than ever before. Call your local Golf Galaxy store to set up your iron fitting. So I could go in there and actually have them work on my current set if I wanted to, but I just want to see what kind of irons are going to fit me into, and if it's much different than what I'm already currently playing, then obviously I'm probably going to look to make that purchase, and I will let you know when I get back from it. And so you can watch the video, and let's see, how long is this video? I'm going to click on it. 3.5 minutes. Nope, too loud. Anyways, so they basically tell you they're going to show you everything that they have, whether they're using TrackMan or whatever. So they analyze that whole thing. I'm interested to go there and do it because, again, I know friends that have done fittings elsewhere and, what their experiences were, and I want to see what Golf Galaxy has to offer. It is PGA professionals and or LGPA professionals that will do your fittings and master fitters, so that's good. So they offer that. Obviously, I would imagine they're Golf Galaxy. They wouldn't have just me show up there and be like, yeah, I think I could fit somebody into these irons or driver or anything like that. So it'll be good to have a conversation with PGA Pro around my swing and what's going to work best for me. And I'm excited. I'm sure for some people it could be potentially a little intimidating, right? Because you don't want to go in there and be like, I'm a 30 handicap, and now you're watching your shots on the screen that they're analyzing it all on, and that could be a little intimidating. But if you're going there, that's the first step on basically trying to get better, right? I watch all these videos, and I follow a lot of golf pros on YouTube, and I follow a lot of golf pros on Instagram. And anytime they're doing a club review or out on the course and talking about, how to improve your game, they basically end every single one of them with two things. Go get fit make sure your clubs are fit for you, for your swing. You don't adjust your swing for the clubs that you buy, right? You could go to a store, just get clubs, walk out and be like, okay, and figure out how to hit them on the range or on the course and be like, okay, I have to adjust my swing to do this and this and this. Go get fit, and they will fit clubs to match your swing. Yes, your swing can get tinkered and move and change and whatever it might be, but they are there to basically find clubs that are going to work with the swing that you are comfortable with at that certain point in time. And the other thing that they always say is go get lessons. And that is going to be a second portion of what I'm going to I'm going to accomplish for 2021 is get some lessons from some of the tour pros that I have at my club, at my disposal. That's why I joined a country club, is to get better at golf, play more golf, have fun. And it's right around the corner from me, and I need to take advantage of the services that are offered to me. And a portion of that is the fact that I have access to 3 PGA pros at our club that I can get lessons from, all 3 of them. I just need to set that up and talk to them. Just hasn't come around yet, so I'm planning on doing that and getting that taken care of. So the first portion of what we're going to do and accomplish is get my irons fit for the swing that I have, and then another portion to improve my game for this year is to get some more lessons. So right now I'm bouncing between an 11 and a 10 handicap, and I would like to try and drive that down, as if I can, down to single digits. A 9 or an 8 would be, pretty good. I'm not unhappy with being a 10 or 11, or sometimes, depending on how many rounds I have in the high 80s, low 90s, a 12. But I've seen that I can play some pretty good golf. I shot a 78 last year. So that is there. It's just a matter of putting it together more consistently round over round. And if I have clubs that fit my swing and I have lessons that can help me kind of manage the game better and manage my swing better, then I think I can accomplish that, 8 or 9 handicap and continue to work that down. I mean, the amount of golf I played this year was more than I ever have, just because we did join the club earlier in the year, and we're able to have rounds a lot of the afternoons, especially in the summer, late in the afternoons, take the boys to play golf, and then you have the weekends and whatnot, to where I was able to play more golf than I really ever have, just because of the fact that we have that amenity now. And it's right down the road, and it's easy to get a tee time, and there's a nice big pool, and it's a good family club to be at as well. So, that's what the goals are for this year, is to first get an iron fitting, get those updated, since the rest of my clubs are very have been updated recently. The irons are the only ones that have just been kind of left, and it's not for any particular reason other than I hit them well. I like them. They look good. They're not beat up. They're still very usable. It's just I want to see what I can get fit into, and if it is going to help me improve my game just that little bit and fit my swing just a little bit better than what I currently have, then I'm going to go for that. And so for now, I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to go get fit, and when I come back, I'm going to talk to you about the process. I laid it all out, right? This is the expectation. I read what they said. I watched the video. I have a good understanding of what I'm going to expect. Now, will that expectation match reality? And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. So, give me a second, and I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So, 2 hours later, that is how long it took. I got there at 5, and it is 7:30. Just got home, cracked my first beer, and here we are. So, 2 hours for irons. I don't I don't know how long a full bag fitting would take, but that was fun. That was really enjoyable. It was really cool. It was TrackMan they used, so that was nice. So it was nice to kind of get into the groove and try different heads and shafts, and I think it ended up being, I want to say I tried maybe 10 shafts. So, I mean, it was a lot. I'm not kidding. I probably hit 150 golf balls, all on 7-iron, but it was really fun, and it was good to see what your shot looks like with the clubs that I currently have. And the clubs I currently have, I didn't get fit for. So and that was something that they, brought up right away. They're like, you're not using the right shaft for your club speed. So I got fit for a stiff shaft, and right now I was using regular shaft. They're like, that's why your ball goes left constantly, which is where I do lose it. And I've had to change my swing to fit my irons, and that's not going to happen anymore, which I'm really excited about, as well as getting lessons. Again, I talked about that before. Getting lessons is going to be key, and both the instructors that I met with and they were working with me on both said, they're like, you have a great swing, you have a great hip turn. It's really just a matter of, and we'll get you to to fit the right irons that will help your game, but at the same time, it's my attack, right? So I don't deal off the clubs as I should, and that's why the ball still goes so high, and it was still happening even with no matter like the flex of the shaft or anything like that. So it was good because now I know my shaft length was wrong, so I'm adding a half of inch to my shaft length for all my irons, as well as I'm going to be up 2 degrees on the lie of my irons as well. And when they did that, I stopped hitting the ball on the toe, which was why I was drawing. And they both said a draw's not bad, a draw's good, but the draw that I had was heading towards hooks on my bad shots when I wasn't hitting it, because I was hitting the toe and I was closing the club face and turning it over too much. And so what it did when they moved it up 2 degrees, the ball was coming off of more of the center of the club, and the draw was still there, but it wasn't as dramatic, and it was giving me much more accuracy, and the distance got really dialed in. It wasn't kind of bouncing all over the place. So my 7-iron distance was staying between 179 to 183 consistently, and it was heading right down that middle line that they have in TrackMan, and had a nice little baby draw. So it was really fun. 2 hours, though. I'm exhausted. I just sat down, poured a beer. I'm going to have dinner here in a minute, but what I would suggest if you were looking to get fit for irons or clubs or anything like that, I would definitely do it. Golf Galaxy in total for a 2-hour session, what I just had, it was $53. You can't beat that. And there's my favorite thing, take cost out of it, right? The biggest worry that I had was I was going to go there and they were going to go, here's what we're going to put you in, and then push me to buy it. Like, don't let me leave the store unless you buy it, which is some of the experiences some of my other friends had where other places they went, and I won't name those places because they're doing their job as well. But it was really nice. We finished, and he was like, here's your specs, write it down. Here's where it's at. Because you got fit here, obviously you have a voucher that'll give you a certain amount off if you buy from us. You can go and look elsewhere if you want to. There's no pressure to buy. You have 60 days before that voucher basically goes away. And if you don't use it on irons and you want to stick with the irons that you're in, you can come in here and buy another club and get the discount off the voucher as well. So it's not just tied to the clubs that I got fit for, which was also really nice. So overall experience, I felt was excellent. My expectations versus reality. My expectations were I was going to go in there. It was going to be a half hour to an hour. And at the end of it, they were going to push me into clubs and try and get me to walk out with, $1,000 worth of golf clubs that I might not be ready to purchase. What actually happened there was I got there, I checked in. I was expecting it was going to be like $150 to get fit. $53. I was like, wow, okay, great, awesome. And then it was, all right, what are you looking for? What do you hit now? What's your swing look like now? What do you hit your 7-iron? What's your handicap at? What do you look at? What clubs would you want to try? And that's where it was. And then we kind of went into it, and then it was, all right, he brought over a couple of shafts, and then it kind of kept on going, and all of a sudden we had 10 shafts out there, and we were trying to just work on some things where I had the ball in my stance, and trying to kind of pinch the ball a little more because I do sweep the ball, and they did notice that quite a bit. And they're like, yep, obviously that's why it does launch so high. And he's like, but you have that distance. He's like, so that doesn't worry me too much. He's like, if you're going to get lessons, that will fix that, and you won't lose the distance. He's like, you have the distance, you have good hip turn. So it was, that was very encouraging as well to hear, two PGA instructors say that I had a very good swing, but it just needs some help. And that probably some of the bad habits I have picked up were off of the fact that I was hitting irons that are not meant for my swing. And so I adjusted my swing to manipulate my golf flight because of the irons I was using. So when you watch these videos or you hear these people say, go get fit, I'm a believer now. I had never done it before, and now that I have, and I understand so much more about my swing and what I need to work on and what club actually will work for me, I'm really happy about it. And for $53 to help my golf game long term and continue to get better and not, because golf can be a very frustrating game, as anybody that's played golf knows. To potentially lose some of that frustration and be a little more consistent and bring that 12 to 10 handicap down into single digits, man, that would be awesome. That would make my 2021 from a golf perspective. To do that and be more consistent and have the clubs that actually work for me were great. So right now it's walking home with if I want to, it would be a Mizuno Tour, the JPX 921 Tour. I have to add a 1/2 of an inch to my shafts, and I have to get the lie upright 2 degrees. And then I'm in a stiff shaft, a Project X 6.0 stiff. Those are the specs that I got. Again, there was no pressure to buy right then and there, which was really nice. It was, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. It was really fun to work with a decent golfer, which, again, kind of a compliment. Obviously, they're salespeople at the same time as PGA professionals. But it wasn't like I was spraying the ball. And the guy was saying that too. He's like, there's nothing worse when you get someone to come in and get fit and they're spraying the ball all over the place. And it's really hard to try and get them to fit into something when they can't hit a shot consistently for you. That's the tough thing. And so it was kind of nice to just hear that as I walked out that, hey, you have a really, and both of them kept on saying, you have a really good swing. There's some things you need to just work on and it'll get your game better. And it was really nice to work with you because you do have a good swing and you hit the ball consistently, and your misses, as we were all seeing, are just to the left. And so expectation, I was concerned that they were going to push me into clubs. Reality, I had 2 really good guys that helped me and worked with me and had me hit a lot of balls. I'm not kidding, probably 150 balls. So that was one thing, though. I was getting so sweaty. And, of course, in the day and age that we're in, you're wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask. I'm swinging a club 150 times. You're in this bay, so there's not a lot of air movement to begin with. I'm in pants and a long-sleeve shirt because it's wintertime. So I just got home. I just changed completely because I was drenched. I was like, man, I'm going to stink. I'm going to stink up this bay by the time I'm done with it. But overall, awesome experience. If you're looking to get fit and you have a Golf Galaxy in your area, I would suggest it. If you want to get fit and you have other fitting studios that you can go get fit in, I would suggest it as well. And I would also try and lay out what the expectations are for you walking in versus what their expectations are, right? If you're not ready to make that purchase and you want to just see what you should be put into versus, what they're going to push for you, make that expectation known to them. Hey, I'm coming in today. I'm not ready to buy, but I do want to see what I need to be put into. Versus, hey, I'm here, and oh crap, I'm not setting the right expectation, and I'm gonna end up walking out of here with clubs that, one, either I'm not ready to purchase, or 2, I don't want, but I feel bad and I didn't lay out the expectations, and I'm here and I paid the money. That's what you got to do, right? Lay out those expectations with that fitter that you're going to go and see before. That is what I would tell you. Now, if you are ready, and I am ready to buy irons, I'm ready to purchase them, I might go back and try another club head too. Just because I was fit today for the Mizuno Tour, we really only stayed in the Mizuno range, and I might want to go look at some TaylorMades and maybe some Cobras as well. And for $53, it certainly is worth it, because if you're going to make a purchase of, 6 irons, 7 irons nowadays, if you're going to go brand new, you're looking over $1,000, and that's a big purchase. So if you're looking to do that, I would suggest to make sure that that little investment in the front end, $53 here or there, $55, you know, if you're going to go to Golf Galaxy once or twice, or, you know, the next time if I do go and I don't want the Mizuno tours, which, I mean, let me tell you, they felt great. Hitting them, they felt great. Even on the mishits, it wasn't that bad. There are sometimes you mishit clubs, and they're not blades, so that's a nice thing. They still have a little cavity to them. But when you have a mishit, sometimes your hands can just reverberate, and it kills. But they were great. They felt awesome. So to be honest with you, I would be perfectly happy with the Mizuno tours. They're awesome looking. They felt great. They had the distance I wanted. They met all of my expectations. But, you know, I might want to look at, you know, TaylorMade P770 because they're fucking sweet looking. Regardless of looks, the JPX 921 tours are fucking sweet looking also. Now I'm getting all jazzed up and excited. I got a little beer in me too. Hold on. A little Triple C West Coast IPA. Delicious. Anyways, local to Charlotte, so if you're not in Charlotte, you're not going to be able to get it. But whenever you people can travel again, if you come to Charlotte, Triple C, good brewery. Anyways, I'm going off track here, rambling. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, for $50 here or there to invest in your game if you're going to get better and get put in the right clubs, that is what I would suggest, right? If you're going to make $1,000+ purchase, go and spend that $50 before you make that decision, right? So, very happy. Expectation was, all right, go in there. Maybe you're going to walk out with clubs because I am ready to buy. I do need to get better irons. Obviously, that was very apparent today after hitting. And I even hit some of mine, and they were just hook and left after hitting the other ones with the stiff shaft and everything because I have a regular flex right now in my irons. So, overall, getting fit for golf clubs, yes. Highly suggest it. Go and do it. If you want your game to get better, you need to be in the clubs that are going to work for the game that you have and also help you get better. Cost, yes. $50, can't beat that. Overall expectation, awesome. I hope this helped. If you're looking to get new clubs for the new year, this is my suggestion, my experience in real time. I told you what my expectations were before, and now I'm home and told you how it actually went. It was great. I highly suggest it. I hope this was helpful. Have a great one.